Howdy guys, Kirk here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Jason also on the camera and helping me out with this project. You might remember back in June or early May, we showed you what we were going to do on this turret. We'll show you now what it looks like after a few months. They've redid everything, all the crown molds, the roofs, you name it, they've redone everything. So we're going to go up here and do some paper and wire. When we get up there, we'll show you the best way for a turret to repair it. We're in Alameda. There's probably 100 turrets in Alameda. We're on these fancy Victorian homes, usually at the gables or the radiuses where they actually look really cool. So we'll get up there and show you right now how we lath it. That's waterproof it. Okay guys, we're up here on top of the world. You look down there, you get dizzy. Most of the guys up here are all wearing harnesses. Anyhow, let's take you around here and I'll show you guys what we're going to do. We got a custom flashing for this. Now, you might as well meet the homeowner. This is Stuart. Before he started this project, he didn't know much about carpentry. Now he's a master carpenter. This has been going on for about 6 months, at least. I'll show you what we're going to do over here with this flashing here. Now this flashing, I had this flashing so long in my garage, I had to get the cobwebs off. It had a 1/2 inch of dust and cobwebs. When you're going on a radius like this, you bend it like so, and I won't have to cut it. You see how it bends with that radius? Why? Because it's polyurethane, plastic. Now if I went with a drip screed like I generally use, I'd have to cut it every inch and bend it, pain in the butt. So I'll show you one more thing too, and you guys can notice the roofers here, they put new plywood in here. They did this. They've got their flashings going up underneath, brand new gutters, and equally important, I'm gonna get in your way right here for a second, Stuart. I got to show these guys how the right way to do this, because I see a lot of guys who will put a flashing in it and then they'll only go up like 2 inches, and I'll say, man, we got to counter that. Go up all the way. These guys went up 6 inches, and they put solder here. That's the right way to do it, guys. Then we're going to counter that. We're going to put our plastic drip screed right down here, come to the bottom, go around. Then we're going to put 2 layers of paper over that. We're going to disregard this Tyvek just like it wasn't there. Take our paper all the way under here, and then we're going to have the fun with the stucco. But we'll show you how we do these screeds in a minute. Okay guys, we are continuing our radius. Best way to do this, because of the way they got it set, is bend it around, pop a nail in. I'm trying to put my nails above the flashing that they got here, otherwise it's not going to go through 2 flashings. Of course, when I come to do the plaster work here, I'm going to adjust all this staging. I'm going to get me some outriggers there, and this is going to be right at my stomach, and this is going to be right at my eyes, so I don't have to do this when I come to do the plaster work. But for the time being, got to do what you got to do, guys. Okay guys, now that we have our drip screed all the way around the bottom, what I'm doing is putting 2 layers of paper. Now you guys might think, now why do you need 2 layers of paper if you already have 2 layers of DuPont? Because my screed is on the DuPont. I could have cut it and put it underneath, but the inspector might not know that. So what I'm doing is just covering all the bases. And what I do is I take my paper and I push both layers up underneath. Find my handy dandy tacker, and then I cut my bottom out. And keep in mind, guys, that although I might be struggling with this staging, it's okay, because I'm just doing paper and wire. I'm scooting towards you. If I was to do the cement work, I am going to try and reset this up where it's more workable for me instead of struggling with it. Again, all I'm doing is I'm pushing this 2 more layers up, and where I get all these bubbles, I cut it. All right, guys, now we're going to staple this on. Easy to mark the studs. I can see where I'm going. So I'm going to put staples in all my studs. And yes, it does make a difference which way you go with wire. I'll show you another tip, guys. Now, I could cut this wire right here, But because we're filling this up, and it's about 1.5 inches, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend it just like that. Why? Because it's faster than me cutting it, plus I have extra wire up here so it won't fall when I get ready to do my plastering. A little shortcut, fellas. I always do that on my tops where I gotta go extra thick. And such is life, I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way around this same thing and cut my pieces for the sides there. We'll show you the completion when we're done. Okay guys, back on top of the world. This is how it's supposed to look. We've got the screeds where they need to be. 2 more layers over 2 layers of Tyvek. You come around, you can see it. And all the way around here. Working next to these fellas at Central Bay Roofing. That Javier, Dean, Raul. Who am I talking to?
Juan.
Oh, Juan even up top. These guys kick ass. Gotta be good to be able to do this kind of stuff. Anyway, folks, my name is Kirk. Jason on the camera. Jason's a rock climber, so he doesn't mind working way up here, but it scares the crap out of me. Glad to be done. Anyway, folks, we appreciate you watching. If you like what we do, subscribe to our channel. If you really like it, keep watching. As usual, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.